Well, I also felt like I needed to finally start this back up since I, in recent time, got the original Infamous finished and completed for YouTube. That was super fun. It was always one of my favorite games, but it is time to move on to some of the sequels, since Infamous is a franchise that I feel like actually deserves more attention than it gets. Like, now that Sony isn't afraid of publishing exclusives onto PC finally, I'm like wondering where the hell is the likes of stuff such as, well, Infamous getting a proper port. And before I move on, I know that Infamous uh, had a DC Comics run that was a whole thing in of itself, and I read through it in order to be prepared when I first finally checked out Infamous 2. But because there's no way to like outright officially buy it, I mean, probably unless you're going to pay a ridiculous sum of money just to own a physical copy, yeah, I'm probably not going to cover it so much aside from just saying that I definitely enjoyed it. It was a really good build up to Infamous 2. Um, it added on to the hero story, the story that I feel like is probably the most engaging for this franchise as a whole. And Infamous 2, while I was bummed that they changed the voice for Cole McGrath, because I honestly preferred who they had in the role for the original game. The guy for Infamous 2 isn't terrible either, I guess. It definitely throws you off at first, so you may want to be prepared for that. But that being said, this is still one of my favorite game franchises right here. For the simple fact that Infamous is just so much fun. It really nails some of the most engaging aspects of superhero video games, alongside classics such as Spider-Man 2, the movie game, the likes of also the Batman Arkham games. Like, Infamous really, really, really is, I'd say, one of the peak game options in this genre. And it's more of a surprise that we don't see this genre focused on more. I mean, it seems plenty popular to me. And if they actually did a remaster for not just PS5, but to get the PC having remasters of Infamous 1, Infamous 2, Festival of Blood, Second Son, and First Light, oh, it's gonna be fucking on the minute that we get that shit. Let's be real here. But yeah, let's freaking start this shit. Infamous 2, taking place in a Louisiana inspired uh city or town that is honestly pretty gorgeous for its time too. Given the fact though that I have saved files on here, I'm probably gonna have to, start a new game. And if so, so be it. I mean, eh, I'm just more excited for how I'm gonna continue to touch upon the story here for this franchise. Oh, that was a bit of a weird stutter there in the video. Hope it's okay. Yeah, it loaded in my last save from when I was, uh, well, playing the game, uh, first time. Okay, now let's start the new game proper. One sec. All right, I'm back. That had to be a whole thing in helping my grandma there, so you'll just have to forgive me there. And guess guess I'll be starting this here with the infamous continuing from my infamous one story because that's actually a cool thing. When developers go out of their way to give you uh bonuses for playing the first game, like that is just it's rad that they care uh to do that for you as a customer. Shows that they care and they want to show their appreciation for that kind of stuff. And this two with level 1 good karma, extra experience, and extra energy storage.
Dropped out of college and got a job as a bike courier. Mostly just to piss off my parents. I was someone you'd never notice. Just a guy delivering packages to folks you'd never know. And then one day, a package found me. Thousands died. 5 square blocks, smashed into rubble. And at the center was me. Alive, but changed. But no one could have seen what was coming. Back then, Empire City was in quarantine. It had gone to hell. Other people with power started showing up, and it was my job to sort through it all. Find out who had given me that package, and why. Hell, even my best friend turned his back on me to try to get powers of his own. But in the end, I found the man responsible. Kessler. He explained everything through a vision of the future. A beast is coming. A monster only I can defeat, provided that I am strong and ready to face him. A month later, I met Lucy Quo. She somehow knew all about the beast. In fact, she had come to help me prepare. Claimed her friend Dr. Wolf had worked on the Raysphere prototype, and that he could amplify my powers. All I had to do was go with her down to New Marais. I need those powers. The beast is coming, and I will be ready.
And that's basically what
Man,
we saw built up in the
that Agent Quo,
comic there.
she doesn't mess around, huh? First boat out of town? Chick's got some connections.
This is gonna be a short-term visit, man. We're just gonna get in, I'm gonna get some new powers, and then we're gonna come right back.
Come on, man, you deserve to relax. We're going to New Marais.
Hey, I need to be back here and ready when it shows up, Zeke.
Trust me, Cole, you will be ready when you're done working with Dr. Wolf.
Work? Easy, Quo. When we get there, we're gonna be about the 3 B's. That's beer, boobs, and mechanical bullets.
Gentlemen, I don't think that you understand the scope
Easy.
of what is going on here. What is
Yeah.
going on?
You don't understand the scope of what's going on because you're about ready to see it happen right then and there. Genuinely, though, the comic does a good job in building up the sequel. It's just that I'm not allowed to cover it so much on YouTube.
No.
McGrath, we had a deal? This boat is leaving.
Relax. We got time for this.
Over here!
Let us through, Cole!
trying to see what the hell's going on with my second analog stick here because it's kind of acting a bit strange, and I'm just trying to make sure that it works proper. It almost looks like it didn't because I wasn't even touching the stick when it hammed up on me there. Definitely very end of times off the bat, of course, because
You have to stop him.
Yep, right here, man.
Cole, get up, man.
definitely a crazy opening.
Beast. Esper told me about you. I'm not gonna let it happen.
Prophecy being part of the story is very biblical as it is, but also the fact that you're dealing with freaking this thing, the beast, which is very much like an antichrist kind of thing here. Let's be real. Like antichrist, and also, I mean, the fact that it's called the beast is all too similar to well, Mark of the Beast. Very difficult. It's such a trip, honestly.
Now, give him everything you got.
Oh! Calling down lightning on him like crazy. I freaking love that move in Infamous. And you'd freaking hope that it was
Good
the end
shot,
right there.
man. Now get back to the boat. Pier's breaking up.
Nice work, McGrath. That was impressive.
Okay, so the camera isn't messed up, alright.
Woo! Come on, man, jump!
Oh! Freaking freaky. I've never seen, especially Abbott's face blown off like that. I mean, damn, dude.
The beast had drained me, broken my powers. Felt like
I
the
mean,
end.
while I'm not the biggest fan of them changing Cole's
Almost
voice
wish it
actor,
was.
the new guy doesn't sound bad either. He does a fine enough job.
The beast had just put itself back together.
And that's
And
gnarly
now
right
Empire
there.
City
I
is
mean,
dead.
dude. Talk about a gnarly intro to
Our ship
Infamous
ran
2.
for it, fleeing south to New Marais. People kept their distance, whether from respect or fear. I don't know. Either way, I was alone. Others kept busy, acting out their routines as if it would make the world right again. But I knew better. I had been given powers to defeat the beast. I was strong, I was ready, I had fought it with everything I had. And it wasn't enough. That needed to change. The next day I went to work. I helped Zeke create a device to focus my powers. Hell, he'd do anything to be friends like we used to be. Agent Quo gathered intelligence on the beast. Town after town was lost as it traveled down the coast.
If anything, I do gotta
She
say
also
I
used her
actually like
contacts to
Zeke's
requisition a smaller
redemption
boat.
arc in this
New
game
Moray
too.
was in
After
lockdown.
what happened in
Wouldn't let anyone
Infamous
in.
1.
We were gonna have to sneak in through the swamp. I don't know if you've ever let someone down, got your ass kicked, or straight up failed. But those are the moments that define us. They push you further than you've ever thought possible and force you to make choices. No matter what the cost.
I mean, wow. What a freaking intro to the sequel. And if you also had read the comic, it's I'd say pretty freaking great for that build up,
Hello, Cole.
especially as you start to see Zeke try and fix things
You
between
know,
him
when
and
you go to
Cole.
talk to Wolf, everything is going to become completely... Zeke! Zeke, catch the engines!
What's up?
Militia blockade. If we get any close and their artillery will sink us.
I guess it's time I go introduce myself.
Wait up, man. Here she is.
And you're sure it's ready?
I hope so. Give her a try. Oh, I'll be damned.
I do
Oh.
kind of dig this new weapon
What
of
is
his.
that thing?
I call it the amp.
Good work, Zeke.
Thanks, brother. Go have some fun.
This is gonna make a hell of an impression.
And I guess, to be fair, I don't dislike his new outfit for the sequel, too. Even though I kind of dig that you can at least make use of the original outfit as well. Like, this game really is a good sequel, I feel like. Granted, though, I don't know. I guess I'm not sure if I do like the original game better, or if I like the sequel better, because the sequel is a really good time still. I don't feel like it did anything wrong particularly aside from throwing me off with the new voice actor. Oh, and also, from my understanding, you're supposed to be able to also throw on different outfits and all that. I'm just trying to remember how you do that. Maybe it'll unlock in due time. Because I do, uh, I do remember that one of the DLCs, because I also went on my way to buy the DLC for it. If I'm recalling, one of them is turning the amp into Sly Cooper's cane, because Sucker Punch is the same developers behind the Sly Cooper trilogy, the original stuff back on PS2, which definitely is better than Sly 4. Like, nothing personal against Sanzaru. They seem like a bunch of nice guys. Uh, but I was not a fan of what they did to the story with Sly 4. The gameplay was perfectly fine. It was the story where it was just oof. Especially with how they messed with previously established characters in ways that really just didn't help. I feel like Sucker Punch does a better job with storytelling, and definitely with Infamous, I feel like they nailed every story they decided to focus on. One sec. So, I guess if I can't even do any customization, I guess I'll just start going. But definitely the game looks a lot better than it did with the original. Like, New Marais here is clearly taking inspiration from Louisiana. I'm trying to remember the exact name of that
Hey, Quo,
city
does the NSA even know
that
what you're
it's
up to
pulling
with me?
inspiration from
I
for
took
New
a
Marais,
leave
but
of
it's
absence.
hard to
Why's that?
tell
I mean,
off
you
the
seem
top of my
pretty
head,
by the numbers.
admittedly. At
The
the very
NSA
least, when
plans
I
to deal with
never
the beast by deploying the military.
checked
Wolf has a
that
better
place out
plan.
myself.
You. He invented ray sphere technology. You want enough power to defeat the beast? He is your man.
Man, it's cool though how you can even see like the little fireflies and all that. I love that move so much. Oh!
Expect more resistance. The militia controls everything going in or out of New Marais.
God, how could they let a bunch of hick fascists take over their city?
People do strange things when they're afraid.
Just trying to. I can't lock onto him and lock him in place. Okay then. Man, such a gorgeous freaking PS3 entry for sure.
You shouldn't have come here, Freak.
Hey man, you okay? Sounded rough.
I'm fine. The electricity, I'll heal right up.
Going to find, there it is.
Nice.
Cole, looks like you could lower that bridge if you give it some power.
Beats swimming.
Just don't overcharge it. A fire could blow up the entire village.
Yeah, it could. I could take all these guys out at once.
Oh yeah, and the women and the children and the pets.
So I shouldn't
Keep it up!
That did.
Man, what a gorgeous game. Peaceful
Cole,
breathing.
thank you for showing some restraint.
You know, healing these folks will help win them over.
Oh! I do like how the combat with the amp is so satisfying, honestly. Okay, so here we go. Now I can heal him.
It's okay.
Restraint. Get your ass down for the police. Oh!
You ain't welcome. First man's gonna hear about this.
Oh. I mean, his amp combos at least are satisfying overall, I'd say. Sit your ass down and sit your ass down. And that about does it. I gotta say too, because I'm remembering that PlayStation Smash Brothers ripoff, All Stars Battle Royale. It it really should have been a better game, especially because the general concept behind it wasn't bad. You definitely had some great characters to enjoy in it, but you also had some real hardcore missing classics.
It's go time, man.
I ain't going. I'm
You ain't going? No?
no.
Okay.
Sorry about that. That was family. I was originally gonna go out and go to the store earlier, but admittedly waited too many times for that to happen to where I was just gonna skip this time. But on the subject of All Stars Battle Royale, it just wasn't nearly as engaging to play as a game because when I actually had any experience playing All Stars Battle Royale, it was just was not nearly as engaging of a game as I would have hoped. When especially there were some big time obvious characters that should have been in the game from the get go. Like I'll say this, I like the uh the three main exclusives for PS2 that most people would point to from that time: Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper, and Ratchet and Clank. Those three being there is great, but when you choose to ignore Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon because of rights issues or not, that's hard to not be a little bit disappointed by. You know what I mean? But it was also cool seeing Cole in it. It just was dumb though that they included Cole through the whole him being either good or bad thing to maybe be a reference to the game's mechanics of the karma system. Personally, I just don't think the karma system is that engaging as much as I just simply actually love the hero story. And I love it a lot. It's a very engaging story just for Cole alone. And I also enjoyed it for Delson in Second Son when I played that when I got my PS4. And I at least saw the story for Fetch from First Light. That being said, not only do I have Second Son, again, physically, but I also digitally bought First Light. And yeah, I'm going to be playing both of those for YouTube as well because this is a franchise that I feel like if they did it right, it would totally be great to see it continue even still. Especially because honestly, I still think Infamous is so much more satisfying as a game versus the Insomniac Spider-Man. I'll still probably, as time goes on, uh, finish that game, but I'm just not very invested in the story when honestly I feel like they really, really, really messed up Mary Jane Watson as a character. There was nothing about her character that was sympathetic or relatable, like, for example, she was in the Sam Raimi movies. At least in the Sam Raimi movies, she was an understandable character that had some genuine depth to her. And I'd say that about, of course, the past comic iterations as well. but I can't say that I am invested in what they've done to her character in the likes of Insomniac's Spider-Man. It feels like they are putting her on a pedestal as a feminist who is just giving Peter Parker crap for saving her life, which is just dumb. Because I have no problem with you uh, turning her character into a journalist, even though at the same time, I kind of feel like they should have had something a bit more traditional with Mary Jane's character and included Indy Daimonji, bringing her back from the new animated series, the CGI one that was made by Mainframe for MTV. You had Neil Patrick Harris voicing Spider-Man, which was honestly a pretty good fit, actually. I'd say he's up there as one of my favorite voice actors for Spider-Man.
Cole, move! Move!
They're still trying to hit my ass hard here. Son of a bitch. Apparently, he also has to go out of his way to do a likes of stuff such as a sponge bath. Apparently, I found out
The mortar's out of
Cole,
commission.
as
But
to
I bet
how
there's
the
more
hell he
militia
takes
hiding out up ahead.
showers.
Okay, let
That
us know when it's
probably
clear.
ain't very fun, being only able to do something like that for such a thing. Because otherwise, yeah, you touch water and you ain't going swimming. You're literally frying yourself alive, which is kind of hardcore right there. Man, this is just such a gorgeous game still. Like, they did a good job with this as the sequel to the first Infamous. And the first Infamous was, for the time, still a
Friends,
pretty good
let's
looking
put
game, I
something
thought.
to rest right now. I created the militia. Not for me, but for you. For your protection. You've had to make sacrifices in recent weeks. You've had to give up certain liberties. It was only to provide security for you and your families. Now, isn't that worth any sacrifice? What are you being protected from, you ask? Freaks! Abominations! They exist, my friends. They are already among us, and
At the
they
very
represent the
least, this
greatest
didn't
threat we
feel
have ever known.
ridiculously woke-tarded
I
with this
saw the
story back
danger of
then.
our fair city. I
But
did
if
not
they did
hesitate to
this
act.
nowadays,
I ask
you'd
you
be
all to
probably a
find the
bit
courage to do the same.
nervous about
Please
if
report
they'd try and
unusual behavior
woke-tardify
by
something
calling
like
the
this.
militia's emergency hotline. Our survival depends on you.
Clearly, though, this militia kind of setup is almost
Don't let him into town!
The hell happened?
like a freaking cult in how they're set up. Enjoyed that. Good. Game definitely feels so much smoother too. That's the thing about just the original Infamous alone. If it got a remaster, it would be such a better performing game on not just PS5 but PC as well. Like that would freaking fuck. Normally the freaking the parkour system isn't something you really screw up on often, if ever at all. So that was kind of only shocking to me because I wasn't aiming to grab that pipe in the first place. So satisfying to hear still.
Okay, guys, clear to dock.
Nice. We will come to you and then head up for Wolf's lab.
Breaking into Numeray.
Militia sure has changed this town. Ain't nothing like it used to be. Ah, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember New Marais. Came here 4 years ago while learning how to climb. After the flood, half the buildings were abandoned.
I
It was
actually
a haven
forgot
for
that
urban
detail
exploration.
in the story.
Hell, even Zeke manned up and gave it a try. Oh, it was great. See, in any other city you start to climb, you got maybe 10 minutes before the cops show up. But here, well, police had their hands full with other things. Place was lawless. It was raunchy, and except for the hangovers, it was goddamn effing. But not anymore. Now these redneck assholes strut up and down the street, eyeballing everybody, looking for deviants to punish. Tension's thick. People here,
They're very
ready to explode.
cult-like, actually, more
Somewhere
than
in this
anything
gorgeous
else,
corpse
with
of
how
a town
this
is the key to amping up my powers.
militia
These
acts in
pricks,
the game.
they're gonna try to get in my way, try to kill me to
Yeah,
keep
this
their
is
town pure.
based off of New Orleans.
I say
That
bring
was
it.
the name of the real city this was based off of, clearly. I definitely always liked the architecture in that area.
Zeke,
So this
you moved
is
that boat for a sign of trouble.
Aye, super
very,
spy.
Ah, you expecting a
very
little action?
nice
Alicia's gonna be on guard
map
after
for
that
this
stunt you
one.
pulled in the swamp.
I know I'd be pissed.
Why didn't you blow up those oil tanks in that camp? Would have made getting through a lot easier.
Hey, I'm about to start torching families just to make my life a little easier.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear. You made the right choice. I'm impressed. You acted like a professional. Let's go find Wolf.
And Cole in
Hey, Dr.
general
Wolf,
is just, he's either ridiculously comedic with how he is portrayed as an evil character, or he is far more down to earth as someone who's choosing to do the right thing, as the likes of, the character that you have in the good playthrough. It's it's just such a fun game in general, and I both kind of like how they're doing these new powers, and I can kind of understand how it's probably not the best either, because you have to choose from all these different mm, some of these attacks are kind of not so engaging as at least just upgrading the main attack, but at the same time, I kind of think it actually adds to uh, the challenge in the sequel, since you have all these different types of attacks that has their own uh, pros and cons to them. That makes it, in ways, I feel like very versatile for Cole. Something like this lightning hook move is so much fun to use. But I guess I still can't change his costume or anything like that. Ah, here we go. Samurai Sword, Classical, Kessler, Reaper, Slice Cane, Caveman Club, and so if I do Slice Cane, yep, there it is. Sly Cooper's cane. That is honestly pretty cool, right there. And the other skins, including Kessler, is actually, and here we go, classic Cole. So you can make him look like he did in the original game. And then you also have Kessler. If you know how the original game even ended, it would make sense. Yeah, I kind of prefer the original skin just out of, well, the love I had for the original, for sure.
Damn!
Hit him with a grenade!
Oh, how destructive the environment can be is pretty nice. Oh, didn't mean to do the wounded kill so much, but
Let's move.
I'm just trying to climb up here. What the hell? I mean, I'm able to climb up there like that, but what is up with? Because I was just trying to see if there was another guy that I had to restrain like that. Oh, there he is. Jeez, took long enough to
Huh.
find him.
Do you mind clearing the way? Nice. The west lookout's just up ahead.
I love this town.
Let's go.
Restrain him.
Rogue, the militia are back. They're trying to force the door to my lab.
It's a wolf. I'm on my way. McGrath, you're on your own. The black force glows purple. You cannot miss it.
I'll find it. Go help Wolf.
Rocket. There we go. Ooh, I love these things. How just launches he up like that. So much fun.
Open fire!
Oh.
Somebody! Help!
I know Wolf's in trouble, but you got time for this, right?
Whoa, Wolf. Pretty sure I found it. Still at the lab?
McGrath, the shard's there. Oh, God.
I'm on my way.
One sec. You know, I still agree that these games, as they do so much to look realistic, that it is impressive. But part of me feels like if they took the art from those cutscenes in the comics and they turned that art style into like a cell shaded 3D thing for the actual game, that would have looked amazing. But maybe that's just from me also being a sucker for Ultimate Spider-Man. How gorgeous that game still looks. Let alone stuff like Jet Set Radio. Figure out how do I go about editing my here we go. Here we go. It's kind of cool how you can get extra experience by just hitting the enemy while they're flying like that. Hey, you! Get your ass over here. And you're done.
Wolf! Wolf!
McGrath!
Dr. Wolf.
My God. You look just the same.
Same as who?
Kessler. The man who gave you your powers.
I know who Kessler is.
You
At
just
the
probably
beginning,
don't want to
you
talk
were
about him
friends.
because that was
He told me all
Weird.
about his plans for you. And the beast.
Well, then you know I failed. I couldn't stop it. Empire City is gone.
Yes, and it won't stop unless you expand your abilities. Become powerful enough to use this.
Another ray sphere.
No. Ray field inhibitor. I call it the RFI. Think of it as an anti-ray sphere.
So instead of giving powers, it takes them away.
Precisely. With that device, you can combat the beast. Subtract his abilities. Keep it safe.
Yeah. What about this?
Ah, blast cores. They power the RFI. They're batteries for the same energy that fuels all genetic mutation. Pass a current through it, and its energy will release into the nearest conduit.
Whoa, so this is gonna make me stronger.
Oh, Lord, yes, and that's just the first. Together we will defeat the beast.
Oh, enough of the pep talk, Wolf. Let's do this.
We're loading himself with power hardcore right there, boy. Absorb the energy of 6 more blast cores to use the RFI. Beast is 1,132 miles from being away.
What happened?
Militia came back and starting to haul you guys away. Quo's still off chasing the fellas with Wolf.
Ah,
So, what happened?
damn, that sucks about
Little
Wolf
guy
right
slip you
there.
a roofie?
No. No, I actually think I might have a new power.
Really? Come on, let's see what you got. Strut your stuff, Peacock.
Press R2 near an object to lift it. Tap X or R1 to launch the object. Yeah, this is definitely one of the very cool first new powers here. Being able to just... Hey! 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 Remember me, asshole? Come on.
Yeah, that works.
Cause damn, son.
Heads up, brother. Just spotted some cops poking around. With all the ruckus you've been causing, they might be looking for you. But think hard before you jump these guys. We need to make allies, not lose them.
So basically, we have cops we now need to avoid for the crap that they might push on us.
I'm tracking the guys who took Wolf, but it's gonna take a while. In the meantime, Cole, I think you should salvage some of the fallout from Wolf's lab. We want to get to it before the militia.
Is anyone a medic? Wow.
Great.
Man. Such a trip of a sequel with this one. Especially because of how things progress. I did see playthroughs of the Evil playthrough. I just genuinely there's nothing to really get me invested into Evil's story the same way. Especially when I play superhero games to do stuff that actually helps people. You know what I mean? So when you try to give me a superhero game and try to make me act more like the villain, I'm gonna take a pass. I don't even really care much for Grand Theft Auto anymore, honestly.
Don't worry.
Grand Theft Auto just is not that engaging. Not to say that I can't enjoy some of Rockstar's games out there, like, for sure. I will say I did also like their efforts for a Max Payne 3, as someone who also loved Max Payne 1 and 2. And I'm actually a little bit interested in checking out the Warriors game since I recently watched that movie for the first time and ended up really liking it, like, a lot. Oh! If I'm thinking right though, I mean, I should be able to start unlocking new powers every time I get any new power at all like that. Or at least I'd imagine I would be able to. Hmm.
I guess God does have a sense of humor.
I'm just also trying to actually kick my karma up as fast as I can here, for the sake of it helping me unlock new powers faster. Definitely, it just really is fun doing these missions too, like stopping muggies and all that crap. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't do more Infamous comics though, because with how good uh, that first comic was,
You can't do
that was bridging the gap for Infamous 1 and 2. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't, for example, do a comic for, you know, building up to Second Son or First Light even. Because it would have been interesting to see expanded story there. There's another muggy notice. Alright. Let's continue.
I spotted one of Wolf's carrier pigeons up near the top of the clock tower. I need you to get it.
Oh,
Sure.
clock tower.
But, why?
Well, when Wolf was undercover with the First Sons, he used messenger birds to smuggle reports to his NSA contact, which was me.
So he's not like your significantly older boyfriend or something like that?
I think the term that you're looking for here is father figure.
Hey, it's cool. I'm not gonna judge you.
Do have to admit though, some of the abilities just look moving faster in the likes of Second Sun and First Light is some of the best things about those sequels for sure. When you go all the way back to the originals,
There's no need to
yeah,
kill it. You got any stun type powers?
Gotcha!
Hey, man, you climbed all the way up there. Might as well come down with style.
Nah, especially if I don't want to hurt anyone who doesn't deserve it. I'm gonna keep from doing that.
Good. Now, there should be a thumb drive attached to the collar. Plug it into your phone. I've already sent you the encryption key.
Agent Quo, I feel quite confident that only you will be able to decode these messages, and that they'll prove to be invaluable evidence in your case against the First Sons. The world needs to learn about what's happened. Efforts must begin immediately to repair the damage done by the Ray Sphere. Damage for which I am ultimately to blame. Share these recordings with your contact in Empire City. Time is short.
It's a good start. I saw a whole flock of those birds escape from Wolf's lab after it blew.
Alright, I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah. Oh, while you're at it, I spotted some rayosite fragments near the tower.
Ray, what?
You know, the chunks of Earth irradiated during Ray Sphere testing? Wolf seemed to think that you would know what to do with them.
Oh, right. Yeah, we called them blast shards.
What the hell just happened, Cole?
My body absorbs their energy. A couple more blast shards and I'll be ready to store more power.
Well, those things could be anywhere. Wolf's collection went sky high when the lab blew.
It's alright, I'll find him. Hey, listen, in that recording, Wolf mentioned you had a contact up at Empire City.
You knew him. Actually, his name was John White.
No way.
The NSA had a vague idea of what conduits were. They scanned every single field agent, and both John and I had the genes. We were logical choices to infiltrate the First Sun, so he was assigned to Empire City, and I got New Marais. We worked together to maintain our covers.
What did John tell you about me?
After the blast, his reports got a little sketchy. It all got kind of hard to believe. Of course, now that I've seen you and the Beast...
Yeah. It was taking a turn for the strange, alright.
Hey, remember back when we came here the first time? And I got involved with, some unsavory characters.
Yeah, a little penicillin, it all cleared up.
Well, now it's your turn. A couple of them still have a number. They're looking for some help from the Electric Man.
Oh,
God.
The Electric
Yeah, I
Man.
guess you're famous, pal. Even in the ass end of the South.
I was just trying to collect the damn shard. These blast shards are freaking hard to not just kind of go hard in trying to collect them all, especially when they freaking do so much for you. To climb all the way up here again just to get a blast shard. Of course. There she is. Yeah. Get up there, Gold, please, and thank you. Honestly, though, the parkour system is still pretty impressive because they clearly took what work they did in Sly Cooper and they automated it in a way that is really impressive, all things considered. Considering how Sly back on PS2 had purely the whole thing with oh, fuck. But with Sly, you had to have
Tell me you're joking.
the likes of I guess we call it the action button to basically land on wires and all that other stuff. It's definitely the same thing again, just a lot more automated because you don't have to press a button just to make sure that the character lands on this stuff anymore. The game just kind of automates it and assumes what you're doing. It can be good a decent chunk of the time. There are, however, some times where, yeah, it isn't quite on par as you'd want it to be, with just kind of having the action button to tell the game when you want it to land on stuff and not. Just over the area. Trying to. They were all freaking trying to go through the freaking wall there. That was so amusing right there to see. Clearly, though, I am very close already to the next level of karma. So, just keep her up. I should be good. Let's, yeah, use the lightning bolt. Let's fling him over. There's a subway in the background. Well then. Meanwhile, that stuff makes you feel like garbage, and I wouldn't be surprised if they got the microplastics like freaking all the other fast food does. Oh. You wanna freaking try me again, asshole? Sit your ass down. Sit your ass down, and you sit your ass down. Uncharted love, huh?
Audio surveillance X04. Leading with NSA agents John White and Lucy Crow.
Are you there, John?
Go ahead.
Now that you've infiltrated the First Sons in Empire City, it's time I introduce you to my contacts here in New Marais. John White, meet Dr. Sebastian Wolf.
Wolf? That's the secret asset you've been protecting? Hell, he's responsible for half the stuff we're here to investigate.
Whoa, easy.
It's all right.
Wolf's risking his life to help you.
We're all at risk. The NSA selected both of you for this assignment because you carry the conduit gene. It made you highly desirable to the First Sons, but that doesn't give you carte blanche. They watch their new initiates very, very closely. They'll have no qualms about killing you.
is, though. It's so torn back that you see freaking porn stores or whatever freaking in the map. I mean, I guess it's freaking somewhat true to life, sure, but at the same time, I mean, this is like a T for teen game, I guess. Better they do it in a T for T game than freaking how Zelda decided to do the freaking cross-dressing in a freaking 10 game, which is just go.
Audio surveillance of Joseph Bertrand, file A435.
That new facility you folks are building below the carriage house, it's overwhelming. Hats off.
And now I finally start to jump up a level. Champion level. Powers revealed, group heal. Healing a civilian will also heal others nearby. And every time you also get experience from that, it's a case of why shouldn't you do that when it's gonna, well, really build up your experience in the first
Our
place.
technology is 100 years ahead of the rest of the world. Don't be so modest. When I joined the First Sons, they told me that they had technology 100 years ahead. Now, that sounds conservative. When I saw that place, I thought I'd be haunted by a UFO. Sorry for the confusion. They were just caves before. I knew them well. Played in them as a child. They were part of the Underground Railroad, smuggling escaped slaves out of town. Then it was Prohibition. Whiskey instead of slaves. Now, we're smuggling in the future.
Excuse me, that was my...
There we go. Yeah, at least doing a huge chunk of these off the bat is probably going to make my job a bit easier when I'm gonna perhaps do some of this off camera too, just to make it a little less annoying that I'm collecting all these things. But who doesn't love free extra energy for your character? I mean, especially when you're just absolutely wrecking fools with all that extra energy.
Audio surveillance of Agent John White, file D045.
I have news. I've been promoted. I'm working directly with Kessler now.
Certainly made a meteoric rise through the ranks.
Suspicious. Maybe Kessler knows I'm with the NSA.
What? No. He'd have killed you.
Maybe. Kessler says says you're to deliver the Ray Sphere to Empire City immediately. What does that mean?
He stepped up the timeline. Well, we can't give in to him. It's time to end this. Tell Director Houston I'm ready for extraction.
Forget it. We are still building a case against the First Sons. We don't tip our hand until we've gathered enough evidence to bring down the whole organization. Until then, you stay where you are. And send over the sphere.
That was a selfless act. Good work.
I mean, I'm actually kind of surprised of all the stuff that they chose to turn into a show. They chose freaking Last of Us probably because they wanted to push the woke-tarded garbage about it even more, and I'm gonna take a hard pass on that. Only because definitely Last of Us is just it's not as engaging as the original base game was. I mean, when it came to that original base game, it was so much more engaging with Amy Hennig and the role of basically the writer and director. But then you had freaking Neil Druckmann go in her place by literally kicking her ass out, it sounds like. Where freaking he takes her spot, and the first thing he does is he freaking goes out of his way to freaking start by having Ellie as a preteen kissing and making out with a character who was supposed to just be her friend. I mean, it's a little too easy to kind of zone out and just get all the blast shards, admittedly. Especially because it's just so much fun moving around and grinding on rails like that. All of that gameplay stuff is just so engaging when it comes to Infamous that it's hard to not just kind of zone out and enjoy the experience half the time. Genuinely, I'm kind of more surprised that people don't actually talk more about these games. If only because I'm surprised we don't hear more about these games when you also have stuff like Batman Arkham being such a huge success. It's not even funny. is it just because Cole McGrath isn't a official, like, big time superhero like Batman or
Audio surveillance
Spider-Man?
of Agent John White, file
Because I
D102.
think Cole lives up to being a
Scaring the
pretty
bracelet out of the
engaging
lab when Kessler
character.
stopped me. It was strange. He said that I had an important destiny, that I'd accomplish great things.
I used to be a skeptic, but many of his predictions actually do come true.
I don't know. The way he looked at me made me want him to be wrong.
Leave me alone, please.
And I still don't have stuff like the rocket, blast and all that. So annoying knowing they got their freaking riot shields. You. Oh. That almost killed me there. That genuinely almost got me.
Let's hear science explain that one.
As you can hear, though, there with all these dead drops, there's definitely something being built up there. But if there was something that I feel like deserves to have been a show more than Last of Us, I feel like Infamous would have done an amazing job.
You're making a difference when you do things like that.
Especially because if the police really are something that I want on my side, then obviously me making my good karma skyrocket is gonna make them wanna, well, help in general.
Still think it's trick for time.
Oh. Definitely, too, the more time you put into getting more energy and more powers, the better you'll be able to handle fights like that, too. It's definitely a little harder early game to not die and die often. After this, I'll finally start the next mission. Ah, you fuckers.
Someone tell him that's impossible. I mean, this is unbelievable, right? You know what that is.
Alright, fine.
Hey man, word is out. I got contacted by a cop and a junkie.
Wow, that's quite a fan base.
These people take you seriously, man. Helping them out will send a message. Look, New Marais is a fresh start for us. Clean slate.
Okay, all right.
Hey, these people pay attention. Especially when you got lightning coming out of your hands.
Karma's a bitch. I get it.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna send a message.
I'm gonna start taking my meds again.
Now I do want to at least have a decent amount of freaking flash shards. Seriously though, because I only need like, what, 2 more in order to freaking...
Oh, can't kill me. I'm invincible. Rip off his skin.
Right.
What in the world? What was that?
Here's another one right there.
I need a drink.
Good job. You got me.
You rock so hard. Your hard work is finally paying off.
I apologize.
Just let me live through this.
Okay. Yeah, okay, fine. Now I guess I'll continue, because also not being able to have the power on your side to actually take these guys down efficiently is annoying. Sorry. Jeez, actually, the amount of freaking cores just here alone is ridiculous. Right. It stops increasing how many shards you need to grab for your energy to increase by 20. Just, yeah, it still definitely takes a hot minute. This is like meant to be a church or something, I guess, because I'm not sure what else to imagine this is here. Here we go, another dead drop.
Audio surveillance of agents John White and Lucy Quo. File D134.
Sorry for the radio silence.
John, what's happening up there?
Tell Wolf his invention is a big success.
The ray sphere.
Kessler set it up by courier. It's one of the labs, I thought, but he must have set the timer.
God.
It was like a bomb. 5, 6 city blocks reduced to rubble, corpses everywhere. But there was this kid right in the center of the crater. He had survived.
Conduit.
Oh, yeah. A strong.
I don't believe in coincidences. He's got to have some connection to Kessler.
I agree. He's definitely a person of interest. I'm watching him. But one more thing. There are a lot of conduits cropping up, far more than Wolf predicted. The city is full of them.
I guess I got them all. In this area, at least. This one, I guess I'll finally start to freaking... Oh, and another carrier pigeon.
I discovered a potential method for reducing or possibly eliminating the human costs of ray sphere radiation. This was Bertrand's reaction. Excerpt from audio surveillance of Joseph Bertrand, file A075.
I didn't join the First Sons for the betterment of mankind. I joined them because I want powers. God has a purpose for me, that I might better myself and use my gifts in his name.
And yet, you are definitely not on God's side,
the
dude.
prisoners, the ray sphere, it's already in motion. Tonight, I will become the sword of God. Time to go. The car's waiting.
The militia gang's shooting up people they think are deviants at the nearby mansion. If you're a good man, like they say, you'll stop the militia and...
Don't worry. Hold still, right?
Walk, deviant. Let's see if you can fly. Jump, freak!
Come on, I'm trying to jump up here. Really? What is up with not being able to jump up here so easily? Ugh. Okay. So I guess I'll have to retry that
Walk,
one.
deviant. Let's see if you can fly.
Yeah, these guys are definitely not doing God's work in this way. If anything, they're doing the devil's work. Nothing but.
Those officers are taking fire. Give them support. Then capture one of the militia for questioning.
Thank you, son. We can handle it from here.
There we go. Inside missions until next upgrade.
Damn, man. You hear that hippie-ass bucket drummer? Oh, I hate that crap. Do everyone a favor and put the fear of God into any street performer you find.
I didn't know you hated the arts, pal.
I just don't like being forced to listen to their music. Seriously, who does?
And you're just kind of a dick sometimes.
I keep
secret
hearing your
the
name
shit
around
you
town,
read.
Cole. It's gonna be impossible to be anonymous much longer. People will start asking for help everywhere you go.
Okay, well then let's hurry up and find Wolf.
I'm still on it. In the meantime, I think you should try flexing your powers a bit. Head for these coordinates.
Oh, online stuff that might not even be working anymore. Let's be real. Probably the only stuff that's left though, because people aren't allowed to make custom missions anymore, from my understanding. Or recharge. Any oversized enemy with a bolt attack will slightly recharge his energy. Okay. Hmm. No, I guess that's actually good enough for today, considering the fact that well, I've started my playthrough of this finally for YouTube, and that is huge because this is still gonna be a project for me to cover with secular media breakdown, and simply because Infamous is just some of my favorite games that Sony ever did exclusively. Like everyone freaking seems to really love that freaking Xbox 360. But at the same time, that thing broke way too damn easy. Let's be real. And just the only exclusive I ever cared for was Halo. With PlayStation, there was just so many more exclusives to enjoy from Little Big Planet, Mod Nation Racers, MotorStorm, Metal Gear, Infamous, freaking Ratchet and Clank. It goes on. Like there's plenty to enjoy. And definitely I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish Infamous 2 first or if I'll try and finish Portable Ops first. And when it comes to the likes of Dissidia, that's probably just going to be something I'll touch upon whenever I have the time to enjoy it for fun more than anything else. But definitely, I still want to get through Portable Ops, especially if getting through Portable Ops is gonna be good for especially build up to Peace Walker and then finally Ground Zeroes and the Phantom Pain. Even though I'm not exactly looking forward to that one as much due to all the microtransaction crap they did once it came out. It's just hard to hard to care about that garbage, honestly. When when games just push that so hardcore, it's hard to want to support said game. That being said, it's always nice to visit some classics like this, and I'll definitely be continuing